always aware chapter 4, respecting fury and Naruto was waiting for his next match to start. The break allowed him to replenish some of the chakra used during his fight against Gaara, but it was still nowhere near his full potential. Thinking about the other Jinchuriki made him remember the words they shared after the redhead finally woke up. Flashback, stadium entrance. 20 minutes ago. After coming back from the break, Naruto had met the Hokage and was going to the contestants' waiting area. There you are, Naruto-kun. That was a great performance earlier, said Sarutobi to his surrogate grandson. Thanks, Gigi. It's all thanks to the training I went through last month. Hero Sunny may be lazy sometimes, but during training, he's a real slave driver, replied Naruto. The Sennin chuckled at the nickname Naruto gave to his old student. After all, if even he, the Shinobi no Kami, could not get the boy to call him by a respectful name, there was no way he would accept that. He would accept that Naruto calls Jiraiya by a formal name. Well, it's all good, but I came here to tell you personally that in order to continue the tournament, I want you to check in at the infirmary, see if everything's alright first. You had an incredibly hard fight. Incredibly hard fight just an hour ago, announced the old man. But I'm perfectly fine, Gigi, replied Naruto. Due to his traumatic childhood experiences, he never liked hospitals, doctors, or nurses. It's alright, Naruto. I selected the staff myself. They all moved in Konoha recently and hold no grudge against you for your burden, said Sarutobi. Fine, I'll go. But I tell you, I'm fine, replied Naruto as he made his way to the infirmary. As he went inside, he was surprised to see Gaara in one of the beds. Because there can't be one bed in one of the beds. On the beds. The Jinchuriki was alone with the medical staff. His eyes were open. He just seemed lost in his thoughts. I see you woke up. How do you feel? Asked Naruto. It's been a long time since I last had a moment of sleep. What happened? Replied the redhead. Naruto told him how the fight went after he had lost consciousness. Gaara was surprised someone the same age as him was able to subdue the beast. He wanted to know more about this mysterious blonde boy. Why did you not finish me when you had the chance? I threatened you on several occasions. Had it been me in your shoes, I would have not spared you, he said with no emotion. Because I experienced the pain, I too felt the loneliness. I am also hated by most of the villagers for something I had no control about. We are the same. We share the same burden, replied Naruto as Gaara's eyes widened at the revelation. Then, why are you not like me? Asked Gaara, still feeling the murderous aura of the Ichibi inside of him as they spoke. It all changed when I met her. I realized I wasn't alone. Wasn't alone anymore. Even me, the demon, the monster, as they all call me, had some people I could honestly call my family, even if we don't share the same blood, Naruto said. So that's why you were strong. I wish I had people like yours. Or that we met earlier, said the Tsunogenin. Well, I don't know about your village, but at least your brother and your sister seemed concerned about you after our fight was over, or during your fight with Lee. Moreover, I think there's something wrong with your seal. I'm a beginner, but one of my teachers is a master in the art. He could take a look at it one day to see if we can get you to have some control over your burden and maybe catch a good night's sleep. A good night of sleep, replied Naruto with a smile. I would like that, said Gaara with the first smile he ever showed to anyone. The smile disappeared almost immediately, and he spoke again. I think there's something you and your leader needs to know. It's about some ex-ninja of yours trying to destroy the leaf with the help of Suna, started Gaara. End of flashback. Naruto ran off to the old man right after his meeting with Gaara. He told him everything, how Orochimaru had allied himself with Suna and had planned the destruction of the leaf, where all the enemy forces were hiding in their strategy. Naruto also told Sarutobi that even if Konoha was a primary target of his own student, Sasuke was a secondary target. The snake planned to have him kidnapped during the confusion. Sarutobi was shocked first. His peaceful and thrusting character could not believe that Orochimaru would sink so low, and that Suna was also working with the traitor. The second thought made him frown. He knew the Kazekage for a long time, and this course of action did not look like what the man would do. Adding to the fact that the man's chakra signature sitting right next to him during the finals felt highly familiar. The old man understood everything. He mobilized his Anbu immediately and called for a meeting with Baki, the second highest ranking officer in the Suna delegation. Said man already had his doubts and noticed a few strange events around the current Kazekage, but cannot prove anything. What definitely convinced him was Naruto coming into the meeting with all three Suna siblings, all attesting that their father had been effectively acting strange in the past weeks. A plan was devised very quickly with the help of Shikaku Nara. I call him Shikaku, but it's Shikaku Nara. Like, it's Shikaku Nara. Shikaku. Shukaku. Shikaku. Shuka. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Guys, I may have to end this soon, but yeah. Shikaku Nara. Konoha's most brilliant strategist. And the participation of Baki and all those he could reach and convince from their troops that their leader was not the man they thought. Uchiha Sasuke had also been pulled off the grid and placed in a secured place by a patrol of Anbu. Back in the arena, Naruto was pulled out of his musing as he saw the Sending back in the Kage box. The old man gave him a discreet nod. Kage box. As the Sending was taking a seat, Orochimaru was seething that his plan was foiled by the intervention of Jiraiya and the Kaiwi brat. The snake couldn't even leave since he supposedly still had ninja fighting in the exams. That would be highly suspicious. Moreover, his spies reported that they lost trail of Uchiha Sasuke as the boy was making his way to their stadium. Everything seemed to go wrong on this day, and calling off the invasion was most likely the best thing he did today. Sarutobi then decided to play a little game, and definitely a verify the man's identity. That was a great performance earlier. A shame your shinobi lost. Indeed, I'm sure my son would have won in this fight, and then face the last Uchiha in the following fight. Speaking of that, I don't see the Uchiha, replied the veiled Kage. No doubt about it. The Kaze Kage, I remember, never calls Gaara's son, confirmed Sarutobi as he gave Jiraiya a nod. The Kazekage felt a strange sensation and immediately recognized the effect of what seemed to be a large-scale genjutsu cast all over the stadium. He knew he had given the signal to abort the operation, so it couldn't be his support in its jutsu. And his eyes widened. He understood Konoha had discovered his plan and tried to use it against him. All of a sudden, a smoke bomb was thrown in the room. Both Sarutobi and Jiraiya leaped back from the fake Kazekage, his bodyguard, in surprise. They were about to try to arrest them, but they were not fast enough as Orochimaru and his men managed to fall back and then escape to the rooftop of the stadium. What they saw as they reached the top of the roof made them frown. All over the village, and even inside the stadium, Odo Shinobi were being slaughtered by both Konoha and Tsunade. Orochimaru realized the situation just went from bad to worse. He was joined by Kabuto after a few seconds. Our forces are targeted. Our forces are targeted and destroyed all around the village, Orochimaru-sama reported his right-hand man. How about the troops outside the village? It's the same as inside. Suna has turned against us, and they can't get into the village, replied Karuto. Go ahead and order them to fall back to Otogakure, announced Orochimaru. How about the troops inside the village, my lord? Asked Kabuto. You have your orders, said the snake Sennin. Very well, Orochimaru-sama, answered Kabuto as he sunshined away. Orochimaru then turned to his elite guard. Have you done what I asked of you? Hi, Orochimaru-sama, replied the four shinobi kneeling before him. Good, now leave. I will join you soon, he ordered, and they all left without a word. Just then, Sarutobi, Jiraiya, and a team of Abu arrived on the roof. This is the end, Orochimaru. I'll finish what I started years ago, but this time I won't let you escape, declared Sarutobi. The end. Your old age must be getting to you, Sensei. You may have won today, but I promise you, Konoha will burn. I will come back another day for your head, you old fool, replied the snake. Do you honestly think I'll let you get away after all this, said Jiraiya. I see you're still the loyal dog of Konoha you always were, Jiraiya, replied Orochimaru as they were about to charge at him. Orochimaru did a single hand sign, and suddenly detonations could be heard all over the village. This is what he ordered his men to do. They planted exploding tags that could be activated with his chakra all over Konoha. The traitorous snake then used this distraction to shun away from her. Leave him be. We don't have time to run after him. At this rate, a full-scale fight with him inside the village would cost us a lot in terms of human lives. And repairs to be done after that, said the same name. He then turned to the Abu commander. After dispatching the enemies inside the village, do not pursue them outside, and just help stabilize the situation inside. The Abu immediately departed from the room to relay the new orders. He will come back, Sensei, said Jiraiya in a serious tone. Yes, I know. That is why I wish to give you a new mission. After everything is over, replied an equally serious Sarutobi. Inside the stadium, almost every disguised Odanin had been neutralized by the combined forces of Konoha and Suna. The large-scale genjutsu used earlier was in fact the work of Kurenai. It was simple. It was a simple sleeping genjutsu. Everyone under the rank of Chunin had been put to sleep for their own safety, including the civilians and nobles' guests. And hold up, how much more do I have to read? Oh, not even that much more. Inside the, yeah. Oh, yeah. A small number of genin did manage to resist the jutsu. Shino, Shikamaru, and the Sand sibling. Naruto had been awakened by Kurenai after she finished her jutsu. All of them assisted. All of them assisted in the dispatching the enemy and assisted in dispatching the enemy shinobi forces. Time skip. Council chamber 1 week later. 1 week had passed since the day of the failed invasion of Konoha by Orochimaru. Sarutobi was currently debriefing his council about the aftermath of the battles. We lost 31 civilians and 57 shinobi, and we have over 200 wounded. Suna has lost 48 shinobi, and has been confirmed by Jiraiya-sama himself that the Kazekage had been murdered weeks before the day of the finals, reported the Anbu commander to the council. We estimate that Orochimaru lost more than 300 shinobi and captured 117 of his men, announced Ibiki. The damage to the structures all around Konoha were extensive. I estimate that the repairs will be complete in approximately 3 months, added Shikaku. Sarutobi took a moment to think, then addressed the council. Very well. We have confirmation that Tsuna has been played by Orochimaru. It was not voluntarily in this evasion. For the duration of the repairs, all genin will be confined inside the village to help, and their journey will be affected to higher missions outside the village to maintain our position of the strongest ninja village. Announced the Hokage. Furthermore, it has come to my attention that within the lives we lost in our shinobi forces, most were Chunin ranks. Therefore, I will now announce the nominations for Chunin promotions for the current exams, added the same name. Contestants nominated are Aburame Shino, Hyuga Neji, Shikamaru, and Uzumaki Naruto, said Sarutobi. Every council member was nodding until they heard the last name, which caused an uproar from the civilian side. What? Why him? We cannot let that thing advance in the ranks, were the things shouted from the civilian side. Sarutobi then flared his chakra in the room, silencing them. No. Bro, I know you're just trying to make yourself sick. Bro, who eats soap foam? Sweet sight. All kinds of people eat guts. Okay, silencing them. Did you fools not see his skills in the tuning exams? If I only had one spot for the tuning promotion, it would go to him automatically. He managed to subdue by himself an enemy Jinchuriki who went berserk. Or may I remind you that some simple old Kage can't even do that one thing. That Chunin and Sasuke and other can do that. And especially Jun can do that. Yeah, but he didn't actually say it. Oh. And do I need to remind you that promotions of my shinobi only concerns the ninja side of the council? I do not require your permission. Moreover, Naruto is the one who saved all your lives again, as he is the one who warned me about the invasion after he talks to the Tsunade Draki after their fight. Finally, not only you fools were looking at it in the finals. Foreign Shinobi was also in the stadium as we open our gates to everyone during those times. Who do you think they are? They will all report to their leaders about first when they come back to their village. No one could find any argument to counter the Kame no Shinobi. The Kame no Shinobi. Kame no Shinobi, and he then dismissed them all. Time skip. Hokage office 1 week later. Chuche's words. Sarutobi had to sigh again as he opened the last edition of the bingo book when he saw that Naruto's profile had been updated. It read, name, Uzumaki Naruto, nickname, Konoha's Kaze no Kami, age, 13, rank, A+, status, Chunin, main attribute, Kenjutsu, Ninjutsu, and Funjutsu, affinities, Wind, bloodline, unknown, description, has a very high affinity for wind element, holder of mythical dragon summoning contract, defeated Momochi Zabuza, the Kirino Kinjin in Wave Country, defeated Sabaku no Garu, the Sunas Ichibi Jinchuriki, action, engage with caution, bounty, 30 million, 30,000, no, 30 million, that's 30 million, 30 million Ryu, dead or alive, in Iowa. Apparently news of Naruto's progress traveled fast. Iowa had the habit of to target any promising shinobi from Konoha, so that wasn't really a shocker either. Just then he was interrupted from his reading by the appearance of Naruto and Jiraiya in his office. Good to see you both here. You both here. I have an important mission for you two. Yeah. Chapter 15. I won't be reading Chapter 15, but I'll tell you the name. Chapter 15. The Price of Glory.